Spark Solutions here. Just thought we'd have another drive and chat regarding some technical points of our Stage 2 package here. So this is Adam's Evo 8 GSR. Pretty nice example, 70,000 original kilometres. It's been tucked away for a while, but he thought after we tuned it a few years ago that he'd take it to the next level without going too crazy and overboard. His main brief was wanting to keep it as factory looking under the bonnet as possible. He wanted the car not to lose any drivability and not to feel too much different to standard in regards to torque and response and that kind of thing. Top end power wasn't high up his desired list of things, but that always comes with the right parts anyway. So yeah, this is what we call our Stage 2 package. We've been refining it over the last few years, but we feel that this is now at a point where it's pretty hard to beat. It's based around, in most cases, the intense ball bearing stock frame turbos for Evos. These come in two sizes. We either use the 53 or the 56 RS version. Now, the 53 is our preferred for 95% of street cars. It will only make 200-300 RPM less than stock in spool, and boost recovery on shifts is instant, which is always a really nice thing. Big flat torque curve. Power wise, torque wise, you're kind of all in by about 39-4 grand. Peak boost about 36-3700, and it still makes power out past 7.5. So it's a nice balance. For overall power levels, in our experience, this will make about 340-350 tapped out. So it's a good balance if you've got a built motor or wanting to push it hard, but it's just an all-round performer in every area in my experience. So the next option we also use is we can put the 56 on there. If customers express to us that they may want to look at building an engine down the track and pushing the boundaries a little bit further, then rather than doing things twice, we try and get the end goal that they've envisaged for the car. So if that involves like a 360, 380 kilowatt setup, pretty epic response, then we've put this 56 behind a 2.2. All the other parts remain the same, but that gives you the 53 style response on the 50 on the larger engine went down the track, and has the ability to make around the 370 to 380 kilowatt mark is what we rate it to, with supporting mods, of course. So regarding the rest of the package, we run as always the GSC S2 Camshafts. They've been our go-to cam for this kind of power level, from like 3 to 500 kilowatts for a long time. They do what they advertise. They are insanely consistent. We run them on everything from 2 litres to 2.2s, 2.3s with stock heads. They work really well. They're just a good all-round cam. They have that nice chunky idle that a lot of customers are chasing. They still drive really nice and create and return you that big top end as well, without losing too much in the mid-range. So yeah, so GSC S2 cam profile. The exhaust wise, we use the pretty much industry standard now, Artec 3.5 dump in front. Just does what it says it will do again. Nice big flow. Bell mouth we've found is a bit more consistent than your twin divided dumps in our experience. So yeah, Artec cast dump, 3.5 inch front pipe. That helps the stock frame stuff to really breathe, particularly on the 56 side of it. The cat back is like anything 3 inch will do the job on the stock engine in most cases, if you're not trying to really push a friendship. Intercooler is not really required on a street car. Factory does the job fine. Same with piping. Upgraded cold, hot side down the bottom, but factory cold side does the job fine. Fuel system wise, we again run the ID 1300s, which have been running for forever. Again, insanely consistent. They do the job. They'll provide enough fuel to go up to 400 kilowatts spots if you need to go that far down the track with little to no drivability loss down the bottom. They start on the key, idle really nice. Yeah, they just cover all the bases really nice. And then feeding that, we leave the factory regulator, factory lines, factory rail. Don't need to touch any of that stuff. Factory wiring on the pump. We just use what we call our 274 pump module, which is a brand new genuine Mitsubishi pump hanger with a high flow, high pressure 274, the 460 version. Sorry, 274 version of the 460 Warbro. That all goes together with our benchmark seal kit, and yeah, that's good to 320 kilowatts, 325 kilowatts. So, and then tying it all together is our end ECU calibration. So this runs what we call our MAFless or speed density setup on the factory ECU. That enables us to lead to the factory MAF sensor. We've got a kit that plugs in with that. That enables you to have much better drivability. You can have on low throttle, much better drivability. Low throttle modulation is really nice. Stop-start traffic is gorgeous. The car can have a vent blow-off valve, pod filter, and heavy cam load without upsetting the idle. The system also runs flex fuel, so it uses our flex fuel package, so same as an aftermarket ECU. As the fuel composition changes from 98 to all the way up to 100 ethanol or E98 if you want to run crazy stuff, then it'll do the job. Works perfect for these kind of engines. We prefer this over most because it actually does the job better than a lot of aftermarket ECUs. But yeah, it just runs faultlessly in the background. We have a ethanol gauge in the glove box, and the system, like every aftermarket system on the factory ECU, adjusts the fueling, ignition timing, cranking, boost pressure, boost targets, all that kind of thing. So does the job nice. Retains all the factory items. It plugs in, tune up, away you go. So, but yeah, regarding drivability, this car's, yeah, it's stellar. That's the best part about it, is that I can be in 6th gear with the air conditioning on, 1600 RPM. The car cruises along, doesn't buck, kick, carry on or anything like that, even with the larger 274 degree camshafts. So yeah, like I can cruise along at 70 kilometers an hour, 6th gear, and yeah, you're none the wiser. Step into it, this one makes around 300 kilowatts on the stock manifold, holding it back, but 300 is plenty for 95% of street cars that aren't trying to win any awards, or then this guy he's not interested in doing rolls and drags and things like that. He just wants a nice street car, exceptional manners, with a bit of poke that sounds good. So ticks all the boxes, and yeah, it does what it says it does. So hopefully that's a bit better guide to how we set these things up on the factory ECU, and hopefully gives a bit better of a picture on how nice these cars drive on the factory calibration when set up correctly, with the right hardware by someone that's experienced in this platform. So yeah, any other questions, feel free to drop us a line, an email, Facebook message, and hopefully we can get back to you and help you out where you need to. Thank you.